What up, though? Your boy Meech, aka the Siage Saint. Hope everyone's doing well. Time for another fragrance video, and today we are going to do, per request, a holiday shopping guide or a holiday buying guide. I got a couple of requests asking if I would do a video on this topic over the course of the last several weeks. I have been, providing some tips and suggestions to family and friends who are looking to buy fragrances for that special someone in their life this holiday season. So I thought it would be a great idea with the suggestion to do a holiday buying guide. So I have 6 fragrances. These are all going to be designer fragrances. I don't want to make it difficult and complex by talking about niche or clone fragrances. This is strictly going to be designer fragrances, all fragrances you can find in your local retailers, i.e. Macy's, Sephora, Ulta, etc., etc. Now, I am going to give you the retail price for the fragrance, and I'd be doing you a disservice if I didn't tell you how much you could save if you buy it from a fragrance discounter. So for the sake of this video, the discounted price that I use will be from fragrancenet.com. They are a very reputable fragrance discounter, and I use them often to buy my fragrances. So 6 designer fragrances that will make great holiday gifts for that special someone in your life. Without further ado, let's get into it. All right, so the first fragrance we're going to talk about, I actually bought this fragrance from a retailer. However, I got a substantial discount on it. This fragrance was probably like 5 or 6 weeks ago on sale for $50 at Macy's for a 100 ml bottle. And it is a fantastic fragrance that I think will be a great option for that loved one in your life. We are talking about Azzaro Wanted by Night Eau de Parfum. Now, this fragrance currently is out of stock at Macy's. I have noticed other retailers are selling this fragrance at substantially discounted prices, which leads me to believe that maybe this is moving out of retailers, maybe getting discontinued in that area. However, I did see at the time of this recording, it is Tuesday, December the 10th, that Nordstrom Rack has 100 ml bottles for $70, which is about 40% off. And that's about the price you can get a 100 ml on discounters as well. This fragrance is fruity, sweet. There are fruity notes in here. And as this dries down, you get a woody, tobacco, leathery type of feel with this fragrance. This is a fragrance that I think all ages can wear. The name Wanted by Night is kind of an indicator of its utility. I would say nights out, date nights, parties, clubbing, the bar, all of those scenarios, this is the type of fragrance that will work. I also think even though you get kind of a tobacco leathery feel on the dry down, that this fragrance with the fruity notes and the sweetness that you get is kind of youthful and playful enough for all ages to wear. So this is a good option. Around $70, you can get a bottle of Azzaro's Wanted by Night Eau de Parfum. All right, and I didn't mention this in the intro or talking about Wanted by Night, but I am talking about these fragrances in order from least expensive to most expensive. So the next fragrance we're going to talk about is classified as a blue fragrance. For those that don't know what blue fragrances are, essentially they give you kind of a fresh, clean, almost shower gel feel. In some aspects, they can be aquatic. It's almost like what you would envision the color blue to smell like in a cologne. So this fragrance is a blue fragrance. It is from the house of Versace, and it is Versace's Dylan Blue. This is a fragrance that is very versatile. This is another one that I think is suited for all ages. Its utility is a little different from the Azzaro fragrance I just talked about, in that this is versatile enough to wear every day, all year round. Like I said, it's kind of fresh and clean. There is some spice in this fragrance as well, an incense note in this fragrance that kind of, maybe gives it a little more depth. This is a fragrance that at this time you can find this fragrance. Let me get my cheat sheet here. This fragrance is currently at Macy's. 50 ml bottle is $67. A 100 ml bottle is $89. So this is already pretty reasonably priced at retail. But still, there is savings on fragrancenet.com. 100 ml is $42. 50 ml is $42. 100 ml is $56. So you can save, $25 to $30 by buying this at a discounter. But it is reasonably priced at retail, and this is a solid, versatile fragrance that I think anyone, any age can wear. Again, this is Versace's Dylan Blue. All right, the next fragrance we're going to talk about, kind of similar to Versace Dylan Blue, is another versatile fragrance that I think you can wear generally every day, and it's one that's going to be for all ages. This is a fragrance that is the newest of the 6 fragrances that I'm going to discuss in this video, in that it actually came out this year. This is a new 2024 release from the house of Mont Blanc. This is Mont Blanc Legend Blue. Now, I just have this little 30 ml bottle, but presently you can get 100 ml of this bottle at Macy's for $102. That is the sales price. But get this, FragranceNet.com has 100 ml bottles of Mont Blanc Legend Blue for $54. So that is like a $48 savings if you bought this discounted versus retail. But if you aren't familiar with the Mont Blanc Legend fragrances, a lot of the fragrances in the Legend line take on the DNA of an old school fragrance, Abercrombie and Fitch Fierce. So that was a fragrance that was very popular back in the 90s and 2000. Mont Blanc has kind of built their Legend line around that scent profile and kind of modernized it a bit. Another fragrance that also takes on that DNA that's a lot more expensive and niche is Parfums de Marly's Percival. So these all kind of smell in that Abercrombie and Fitch Fierce line. Where the blue flanker differs is that it gives you that DNA, but it adds some blue fragrance aspects to the fragrance. So the fresh, clean, almost like shower gel type of feel. There are also green aspects to this fragrance as well. It just means aromatics. A mint note really stands out in this fragrance. So this is very kind of woody, aromatic with some hints of fresh cleanliness. I do think this is one that can be worn by all ages, but with it being woody and aromatic, might lean slightly more mature, but very versatile. My only gripe about this is longevity is just so-so, kind of 4 to 6 hours in the longevity range, although I've been known to go nose blind to this scent DNA. But this is a solid fragrance, very affordable and very good. Mont Blanc Legend Blue. All right, the next fragrance we're going to discuss is from the house of Giorgio Armani, and that fragrance is Armani Code Parfum. Now, of course, you can get the other flankers of this fragrance, the Eau de Toilette, the Eau de Parfum. In fact, the Eau de Parfum was just reformulated, and there is now a Armani Code Eau de Parfum 2024. So a new formulation just re-released this year, but I definitely prefer the Parfum. It's citric slightly, but mostly woody, aromatic, and centered around an iris note. That iris note is kind of fresh, clean. There's a powderiness to the fragrance as well. You got notes like orris root and tonka bean. Kind of give you like this dusty, powdery type of vibe. Not super powdery though. Don't think like baby powder, but there is a slight powderiness with this fragrance. This is very well a fragrance you could wear versatilely every day. Fall, winter, spring, maybe not on the hottest of summer days, but it's definitely an everyday scent. And I would say this is another one that's probably going to be geared towards someone maybe 30 and up. It kind of just has a more mature type of vibe. This is a 4.2 ounce bottle of 125 ml. That currently retails at Macy's for around $165. You can get this size bottle on FragranceNet.com for $113.99 presently. So you're saving, $40+ there. If you go, discounter versus retailer. They do have smaller bottles of this. The 75 ml at Macy's is currently on sale for $131.75 at FragranceNet.com. The 75 ml is $86.99. So again, more savings there, just under $50 there. So this is a great fragrance. Again, very versatile, probably more for a more mature man, but a great scent no less. Armani Code Parfum. All right, next up is a fragrance that is top 10 in my collection at the time, or at the end of the year 2023. I did my top 10 fragrances in my collection, and this fragrance was actually number 1. Will it be number 1 again in 2024? You have to wait and see. And that top 10 list this year is actually going to be a top 20. But Dior Homme 2020 is a fantastic fragrance, one of my favorites. Now, when you see this in store, the bottle that looks like this, you heard me say Dior Homme 2020. The reason why I said that is because Dior Homme used to include a note of iris. The 2020 reformulation removed the iris note, so now that old Dior Homme fragrance is now known as Dior Homme Original, because that was the original formulation from back in 2011. But this fragrance is pretty much a woody aromatic fragrance. You get a little bit of citrus, not a ton, but woody aromatic ISO E Super. This is a strong compliment getting fragrance. Another versatile scent that you can wear every day, really all year round, and again, probably more geared towards an older gentleman. Now, if you're looking for maybe a Dior Homme flanker that is geared more towards a younger person, I would suggest Dior Homme Sport. The bottle looks very similar to this, slightly sleeker bottle, slightly skinnier, and then it'll actually have sport written on the bottle of the bottom of the bottle in red letters. That one's a bit more citric, a bit more bright, aldehydic. That may be more appealing to a younger person. But this fragrance is fantastic. Currently retails at Ulta 100 ml for $130. FragranceNet.com has 100 ml bottles for $95. So you're saving about $35 there going discount versus retail. But you can definitely go into your local retailer, smell this fragrance. It smells fantastic. Compliment getter. Very, very versatile. Another one of those 5 tool fragrances for me. Dior Homme 2020. All right, and last but not least, we're talking about the most expensive fragrance in this video. Listen, you really gonna have to be on the nice list for that special someone to get you this one, but it is an outstanding fragrance. It's from the house of Chanel, and it is Bleu de Chanel, specifically the Parfum, but you could go with any flanker of Bleu de Chanel, similar to Armani Code. The EDT works, the EDP. The Parfum is my favorite, just more refined take on the original DNA, but EDT is the cheapest. EDP is kind of priced in the middle. The Parfum is the most expensive. This fragrance is citric, woody, aromatic, 5 tool fragrance again, versatile. Can wear it anytime, any place, any occasion. It doesn't matter. Dress it up, dress it down. It works. Huge compliment getter. I can't think of a time I've worn this fragrance around people and not garnered a compliment. Now, 100 ml of Bleu de Chanel Parfum, about $195. So it is expensive. If you go down to the lower oil concentration, the EDP, you can get that one for around $160. The EDT, even lower oil concentration than the EDP and the Parfum, you can get that one around $130. And both the EDT and the EDP price I just gave you is for 100 mLs. Now, FragranceNet.com, you can't get Chanel at FragranceNet.com because Chanel don't get into bed with discounters. You have to buy Chanel full retail. There are no discounter prices. So this is one, if you want it, you want to have it in your collection, you got to go buy this baby full retail unless you catch some type of sale at, a Macy's, Sephora, Ulta, etc. But this is a fantastic scent. Listen, if you really love them, get that man Bleu de Chanel Parfum. Well, there you have it, guys. A holiday shopping guide, a holiday buying guide, designer edition for 2024. I think these are 6 fantastic options that if you buy either of these or any of these, they will be great gifts for that special someone in your life. Have you purchased any fragrances this holiday season? Are you thinking about purchasing some? I would love to hear your thoughts on what fragrances you're thinking about purchasing. Feel free to throw those in the comments section. Be sure to check out my social media for more. Please like and subscribe on whatever social media platform you're watching this on. That would be greatly appreciated. Your boy Meech, aka the Sea Saint. Until next time, take care. Peace.